Picture this. It's a chilly December day in Bradford, England. While most are thinking about Christmas, a group of protesters gathers, their mood anything but festive. This is a pro-Imran Khan rally, and the anger is unmistakable. These are not casual onlookers, they're passionate supporters of Pakistan's jailed former prime minister. Among the chants, one woman steps forward and delivers a message aimed squarely at General Asim Munir, Pakistan's army chief. She threatens him, even mentioning a car bomb attack, a shocking, dangerous escalation. The video, briefly posted by Khan's PTI UK chapter, goes viral before it's deleted, but the internet never forgets. The clip spreads, becoming a symbol of how Pakistan's political battles now spill into the diaspora and online spaces. This wasn't just a random outburst, it was a symptom of a much deeper crisis. The political temperature in Pakistan is already boiling, and this incident turns up the heat. For Khan's supporters, he's a political savior, unjustly imprisoned by a corrupt military. General Munir, to them, is the villain. The woman in Bradford wasn't just speaking for herself, she was voicing a deep, collective resentment. Her words echoed the frustration of a movement that feels silenced and betrayed. The rally in Bradford became a flashpoint, showing just how far the anger has spread, and it was only the beginning. Back in Islamabad, the Pakistani government reacts with outrage. They summon Britain's Deputy High Commissioner, demanding an investigation and legal action against the woman in the video. Pakistan's Deputy Interior Minister calls the threat a red line. This isn't free speech, it's incitement to violence. The message to the UK letting this slide is unacceptable and could damage diplomatic ties. The UK responds with protocol. If a crime's been committed, report it to the police. This highlights the clash between Pakistan's strict controls on speech and the UK's higher bar for prosecution. In Pakistan, criticizing the army can land you in jail. In the UK, it's a matter for the courts. The diplomatic back and forth exposes the tension between national security and free expression. Pakistan expects decisive action. The UK sticks to its legal process. The woman in Bradford likely never imagined her words would spark an international incident, but her outburst forced both countries to confront the messy reality of globalized political dissent. The lines between activism, incitement, and diplomacy have never been blurrier. This was more than a viral video, it was a test of how far political anger can travel, and it left both governments scrambling for answers. To understand the fury, you have to understand Imran Khan. The former cricket star turned prime minister has been in prison since August 2023. UN experts have called his detention illegal, raising serious questions about the process. Khan and his wife were recently sentenced to 17 years for selling state gifts, on top of a previous 14-year sentence. Many see these charges as politically motivated, designed to keep him out of politics. Khan's solitary confinement is described by his family as mental torture, fueling his martyr image. For his followers, every hardship adds to his legend. He's not just a politician, but a symbol of resistance. Khan claims his ouster was a US-backed conspiracy, aided by the military, a belief now central to his movement. His imprisonment is seen as proof of a grand conspiracy, making him a rallying point for those who feel betrayed by the system. The anger isn't just about one man, it's about a fight for Pakistan's future. Now, let's talk about General Asim Munir, the man at the center of the storm. In 2025, Pakistan's 27th constitutional amendment created the Chief of Defense Forces, giving Munir command over the entire military. Critics call it a constitutional coup, cementing the army's dominance. The rivalry between Munir and Khan's PTI is open warfare, with personal attacks replacing political debate. Both sides have traded insults, showing just how toxic the environment has become. Many Khan supporters believe Munir orchestrated Khan's downfall and imprisonment. The hatred is personal. Munir is seen as the architect of their leader's suffering. Internationally, Munir has courted the US, even nominating Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. These moves are part of a strategy to legitimize his rule and secure allies. At home, his consolidation of power has emboldened the military to crack down on dissent. The Bradford threat wasn't just about politics. It was about personal vendetta. Munir's growing power has only deepened the divide, and the stakes keep rising. Why risk so much for Imran Khan? Because he's incredibly popular. Even in jail, he's Pakistan's most beloved political figure, 61% approval, according to a 2023 Gallup poll. He's built an image as an anti-corruption crusader and nationalist, standing up to both elites and foreign powers. His story is now one of victimhood, unjustly overthrown, persecuted by a corrupt system. Every new case against him only strengthens this narrative. The crackdown on his party, PTI, has been relentless. Banned from elections, leaders arrested. Yet PTI-backed independents still won the most seats, only to allege massive rigging. Supporters feel cheated, their voices stolen. With no peaceful path to power, frustration boils over. The anger in Bradford is a direct result of this sense of injustice. When hope is lost, some turn to extreme measures. The political powder keg is primed. The Bradford incident spotlights the state of free speech in Pakistan. The government's demand for UK prosecution shows how criticism of the military is a red line, even abroad. Back home, dissent is being systematically silenced. Journalists, activists, and opposition figures face harassment, arrest, and worse. Draconian laws and intimidation create a climate of fear and self-censorship. The military's grip on power means little tolerance for opposition or debate. The crackdown isn't just domestic, it's a warning to the diaspora. Your words have consequences. This raises tough questions about free speech in a globalized world. Should someone in the UK face foreign pressure for what they say? The answer depends on which government you ask. For the woman in Bradford, it's a lesson in how far words can travel, and how dangerous they can become. Pakistan's political drama unfolds alongside major strategic shifts. In 2025, Pakistan signed a mutual defense pact with Saudi Arabia, possibly extending its nuclear umbrella. This alliance boosts Pakistan's standing in the Muslim world and cements the military's central role. Meanwhile, Pakistan juggles relationships with the US and China, seeking American support but relying on Beijing. The military, not civilians, manages these alliances. Munir's power grew after a brief but successful border conflict with India, further boosting the army's prestige. Military victories translate into political capital, justifying the army's dominance. These developments embolden the military to act with impunity at home. The crackdown on PTI and the aggressive response to dissent are direct results of this newfound confidence. When the military feels unassailable, it tolerates no opposition. The international stage and domestic repression are now tightly linked, and the consequences are felt by millions. What does all this mean for ordinary Pakistanis? It means living with constant uncertainty. The battle between the military and Khan's supporters dominates daily life, fueling protests and deepening divisions. The economy is struggling, inflation is high, and political instability makes things worse. The 2024 elections, meant to be a fresh start, ended in allegations of rigging and a government many see as illegitimate. When faith in democracy erodes, unrest and polarization grow. Pakistan's international reputation suffers, making it harder to attract investment or build partnerships. The world watches as a nuclear-armed nation teeters on the edge. The central question remains, is Pakistan destined for permanent military rule, or can popular anger spark real change? The path forward is uncertain, the struggle far from over. The clash between popular anger and military power is reaching a breaking point, and the outcome will shape Pakistan's future, and the region's, for years to come.